like it's my job, Lisa.
I want you to get the police involved and go the distance on this.
Season 5 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City left viewers with a lot of questions. Did Lisa really imply that Bronwyn faked a miscarriage? Why is Bronwyn so obsessed with getting Lisa's approval? Is Lisa incapable of apologizing? Is Bronwyn as two-faced as the other women claim? But the ultimate question remains. What actually happened between Lisa and Bronwyn this season? While Season 5 had all the conflict and drama we have come to expect, one of the most convoluted arguments was between new housewife Bronwyn Newport and seasoned pro Lisa Barlow. Their inability to communicate or understand each other spiraled their social friendship into a messy rivalry. Lisa's over-the-top and uncompromising personality, combined with Bronwyn's sensitive but hypocritical nature, make it hard to decipher who is in the right. Today's breakdown of their conflict will reveal the truth of what really happened this season. The season opens up with Lisa Barlow introducing offbeat fashionista Bronwyn Newport to the group. The two had previously connected over their love of fashion and maintained a seemingly superficial but positive relationship. This initial positivity fades quickly when Bronwyn starts to feel unsupported by Lisa when in conflict with the other women in the group. Heather, untrusting of anyone new, calls out Bronwyn for her hypocritical treatment of Whitney. We see Bronwyn talk negatively about Whitney's behavior to the other women. Then, to Whitney's face, Bronwyn puts a much more positive spin on her observations. This is actually a pattern that Bronwyn follows throughout the season. She has a very clear habit of trash-talking different women to the group, only to then confess to the victim what had happened. She downplays her role in the conversation and throws the other women who gossiped under the bus, often exaggerating what they said.
Brittany told me earlier she thinks you called her a slut because you were one. Wait.
In these situations, Bronwyn expects Lisa to have her back and stand up for her. In some cases, Lisa does speak up, but Bronwyn is unsatisfied, expecting a much more passionate defense. Of course, there were moments this season where the relationship between Bronwyn and Lisa looked to be going well. In one instance, the two women briefly reunite over a mutual connection. When Bronwyn accidentally got pregnant during her time at Brigham Young University, a Mormon university with strict rules, she was promptly kicked out. After sharing the news with the baby's father's high-profile Mormon family, Bronwyn was told to give the baby up, disappear, and to do so quietly. Bronwyn chose to have the baby without the support of the father or his family. Her daughter, Gwen, now 18, has never met anyone from her father's family. In a tragic twist, the father died unexpectedly when Gwen was 2. Though contact was made again with his family, they refused to acknowledge Gwen. However, while chatting in the airport with Lisa, Bronwyn would show Lisa the one picture she has of Gwen's father, only to discover that Lisa is close friends with his parents. Calling it fate, Lisa tries to connect the families, imagining a wonderful reconciliation, unable to see why someone wouldn't want to connect with such a wealthy and important family. This struck Bronwyn differently. She was very leery about meeting with the people who had rejected her and her daughter over the last 18 years. Lisa's version of events involved Bronwyn directly asking her to reach out to Gwen's father's family. In contrast, Bronwyn firmly states that she only gave Lisa permission to reach out if the moment was right. Lisa went ahead and connected the families by sharing contact info. The parents of the father told Lisa that they did not know about Gwen and were thrilled at the prospect of meeting their granddaughter. However, the reunion would never happen, as Gwen found a message sent by the grandmother to be unwelcoming and promptly ended contact. Both Lisa and Bronwyn are left feeling confused and hurt by the situation. As the season continues, Bronwyn and Lisa's relationship deteriorates further. Bronwyn does not invite Heather on a couples trip to Palm Springs, which upsets Lisa, who clearly sides with Heather. Bronwyn and Lisa get into a heated argument after Bronwyn walks in on Lisa and the group FaceTiming Heather. Bronwyn is very offended by this and views it as a betrayal. The next day, the two women try to talk things out, but the conversation is halted when Bronwyn directly asks Lisa if she thinks she is two-faced. Lisa cannot say no or apologize, even though she can see how hurt Bronwyn is. This is a pattern for Lisa. She has a very difficult time admitting fault and apologizing. Even in situations where it would be easier to make up or it is clear that she is in the wrong, Lisa digs her heels into the ground, refusing to acknowledge the hurt she has caused. Instead, she ramps up into an extreme emotional state when confronted, often exploding verbally and running away. By the end of the season, Lisa and Bronwyn are still at odds. While hosting a group trip to Mexico, Lisa is annoyed that Bronwyn brought gifts for the other women when explicitly told not to. Then, when discovering the room assignments, Bronwyn is very offended to be placed in a different villa than Lisa. Instead, she would be rooming with 3 women she is not talking to. She feels Lisa is trying to send a message. As the trip continues, Bronwyn feels slighted and unsupported by Lisa. Specifically, she does not like Lisa's response to Bronwyn sharing about an emotional affair her husband, Todd, had. Bronwyn feels Lisa sides with her husband and is downplaying the affair. Footage does reveal that Lisa seems to be more concerned with how Todd will react to being outed on national television than Bronwyn's feelings.
When Todd sees this, he's going to lose his mind.
In a last-ditch effort, Bronwyn tries to repair things with Lisa by sharing what she and the other women have been saying behind Lisa's back. This backfires, as all the women in turn are upset with Bronwyn, calling out her hypocritical behavior and calling her two-faced. Lisa and Bronwyn both leave Mexico with the conflict unresolved, unsure if they would ever be able to reconnect. At the reunion, tensions are higher than ever. Lisa shared on the after show that she was told by Gwen's grandparents that they thought Bronwyn had a miscarriage and there was no baby. Bronwyn is deeply upset by this, stating that Lisa implied she faked a miscarriage. She had production cut out all mention of the miscarriage from the show, but Lisa's comment on the after show still aired. Instead of blaming production for the oversight, she blames Lisa. Lisa states that she did not know about Bronwyn asking the footage to be cut and would not have mentioned the miscarriage in the after show if she knew. Bronwyn does not accept this and demands an apology from Lisa. Lisa, like always, is incapable of apologizing and breaks down in tears instead. There is no resolution between the women during the reunion, and we are left to wait and see how things will go between them next season. It's obvious Lisa and Bronwyn are very flawed individuals that both hurt each other deeply. Lisa can't take accountability, Bronwyn is messy to a fault, and neither one knows how to effectively communicate with the other. To me, there isn't a clear victim or a clear villain, as they each played both parts. Who do you side with more, Lisa or Bronwyn? Do you think they will ever resolve their issues? Let me know in the comments.